More than 62 million people there are diabetic. Now, you compare that to the United States, where less than half that number have diabetes. There is another disturbing trend. Indians are often diagnosed in their 20s, that is 20 to 30 years younger than most Americans develop the disease. Well, Charles Maddox, he is a celebrity chef known for making $7 meals. You might recognize him from the Dr. Oz show. He is also a filmmaker, and his documentary, The Diabetic You, has just wrapped up shooting in India. And Charles, nice to see you in the house.
I'm glad to be back.
Yes, very good to see you.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about what you found in India.
Well, India is a very beautiful country, and the film that is based on my life with diabetes. So I'm going all across the country, but also across the world.
You are diabetic
I
as
am
well.
diabetic. I'm type 2 diabetic. So I wanted to go to India to kind of see what the rest of the world was experiencing, why diabetes is so rampant in India. And actually, just last year, it was only 50 million people with diabetes. So you're talking about a 12 million person increase in just a year. So, unfortunately, India is experiencing growth. And of course, because of the Western population and the Western influences, such as fast foods, Burger King, our influences, it's spreading to India. So the foods, they're very rich in sugar, very rich in milk, and very rich in other things that allow. I gained probably about 2 to 3 pounds, probably 5 pounds while I was there anyhow myself. Here I'm going to India to talk about why people have diabetes, and I gained weight. So, and then of course, exercise, diet, things like that. It is a lot of the doctors are older doctors, and some of the things that they're pushing are meds first. And that's one of the missions that I'm truly on, because when I was diagnosed, the first thing that they try to do is give me some medication, and I thought, wow, there had to be another way. So what I wanted to do was kind of get out here and find out, how people are living, what other ways are there to fight diabetes, especially type 2 diabetes. And it's been an unbelievable journey. We've traveled around the country. We're going to be going to Dubai. We're going to be going to China, which is the second largest population of diabetics. And it's just been an unbelievable experience.
Tell me a little bit about what you found. I understand that they're diagnosed much later. They're living with diabetes, and they don't find out until later in life. Is that right?
Well, even in America, there are over 54 million people who are pre-diabetic. There are over 7 million so-called undiagnosed diabetics. So the thing is, and a lot of people think that because they're skinny, they can't have diabetes, so they don't go get checked for diabetes.
Right.
So a lot of people are walking around and they think they're healthy. I thought I was healthy. And that's just the thing that we try to stress, is that early detection, early prevention. And if you find out, then there are ways that you can combat diabetes without having to get on medication and do all the other stuff. Because unfortunately, it's not we'll wean you off medication as you go. It's you're going to eventually increase the medication as you go. So some of the things they're trying to do in India is natural foods. Changing the diet. I've met doctors, even doctors in India, who lost, 40, 50, 60 pounds and were able to reverse their diabetes in a sense. Yeah. And it brought down the cholesterol. And see, diabetes is a symptom. And diabetes brings liver disease. 80% of diabetics die from heart disease. It's the number one cause of amputation, number one cause of blindness. So it's a very serious disease that we really have to combat. It's a pandemic.
Yeah. Well, you obviously you know what you're talking about. You look great, so I know you're doing something right there.
You trying to flirt with me?
Am I? Did it work?
It did work. I'm easy.
What's your next visit?
Well, I'm going to be here in Atlanta. I'm doing a new radio show called The Healthy Dish. I'm working with FitMed Wellness. We're doing corporate wellness now. Getting ready to get a new RV and tour the country and be the first RV to test